This training is for legal representatives of beneficiaries receiving long-term services and supports through the Minnesota Department of Human Services. First of all, thank you. Thank you very much for participating in the initial demonstration rollout of the Relay Health Personal Health Record, or PHR. We appreciate your willingness to help us apply technology for the benefit of recipients of long-term services and support services from the Department of Human Services. Our training today will describe the process that legal representatives or other designated representatives acting on behalf of beneficiaries through the Department of Human Services will use for getting started and for using the Relay Health Personal Health Record from the Minnesota Department of Human Services. The process for beneficiaries acting on their own is covered in a separate document. So we will do two sections of training today. First is for onboarding and registration of legal representatives using the PHR on behalf of a beneficiary. And second, ongoing usage of the personal health record for beneficiaries and legal representatives. The same basic functionality applies to both beneficiaries and legal representatives, with differences noted where appropriate. To begin, the legal representative will receive an email message that contains a hyperlink to begin the registration process. This is an example of how the message appears in Gmail. So it may appear slightly different in other email systems, such as Yahoo or Hotmail or Comcast and so on. The legal representative clicks on the register link to begin the registration process. The email message is addressed to the beneficiary, even though the legal representative is acting on behalf of that person. The legal representative clicks on, "This is for my dependent," which is the beneficiary. Dependent is the nomenclature within the Relay Health system for beneficiary. So please note that dependent is that term, and it does not automatically mean that beneficiary is a dependent in the legal or financial sense of the term dependent, although they certainly may well be. The legal representative clicks Register Me if he or she does not have an account in the Relay Health Personal Health Record, or clicks Login if he or she already does have an account. In this step, the legal representative creates an account for him or herself only, not for the beneficiary. The legal representative proceeds with registration for himself or herself, enters his or her birth date, not the beneficiary's, and phone number. The legal representative confirms the username and password. The username defaults to the email address, but it can be changed by the legal representative if desired. However, we recommend using email address as the username in order to avoid confusion. The next step is to register the beneficiary. The legal representative confirms that he or she is authorized to do so by clicking, "Yes, I confirm." The legal representative then enters the beneficiary's date of birth. This screen shows the first name of beneficiary, and in the example below, PHR is the first name of this sample beneficiary. The legal representative updates beneficiary information if needed, clicks "I have read and agree to the terms of use," and clicks Next. The legal representative updates the email address and/or contact information if desired, and clicks Complete Registration. The Relay Health homepage for the legal representative is displayed with the legal representative's first name displayed. The illustration below and on the following pages shows the Relay Health logo. However, the Department of Human Services logo will be displayed when the system is operational. In this example, the legal representative's first name is Legal Rep 4. The next step is to add a provider, which will be the Department of Human Services. Click on Providers. The legal representative enters MN space DHS space PHR space repository in search. then click Search, and then click Select when the appropriate entry appears. The legal representative's provider list is then displayed. This screen shows the beneficiary's providers. Click on the down arrow to toggle between the beneficiary and the legal representative. The beneficiary's provider was automatically updated as part of the legal representative's registration. The legal representative's portion of the registration process is now complete, and this process has automatically generated a request to the Otter Tail County case manager to complete the final steps in the registration process. This is a sample of the email message to the legal representative when the case manager has completed those steps. The legal representative then clicks on the link in this email message and clicks on Messages to see this screen. This is how the message looks in the personal health record. The legal representative onboarding and registration process is now complete, and the legal representative can use the Relay Health personal health record on behalf of the beneficiary. This section of training explains how a beneficiary or a legal representative can use the Relay Health personal health record on an ongoing day-to-day basis now that registration and onboarding are complete. The functions below that we will see can be used by either a beneficiary or a legal or other designated representative. A beneficiary will have his or her own account with no other family members. A legal or other designated representative working on behalf of a beneficiary will have his or her representative account along with the beneficiary showing as a dependent. The beneficiary or legal representative logs in with the username and password that he or she set up in the registration process. This is the main screen for the Relay Health personal health record. A beneficiary will have his or her own account with no other family members, as we just discussed, and a legal or designated representative working on behalf of a beneficiary will have his or her account along with the beneficiary as a dependent. To illustrate this, click on Health Records, then click on Manage Family Members to get the next screen. This shows the legal or designated representative as the account holder with the beneficiary as a dependent. Please note that dependent is the term used in Legal Health PHR to identify a legal or designated representative. And once again, it does not automatically mean that the beneficiary is a dependent in the legal or financial sense of the term. The beneficiary acting on his or her own behalf will not see additional family members. Click on Messages. These are similar in concept to email, however, they are completely within the personal health record. So, since they're completely within the personal health record, how do you know if there is a message there if you're not logged into the personal health record? The answer is that a message from a case manager or anyone else within the personal health record also triggers a message to the beneficiary's regular email address as shown in the sample below. This shows how a message would appear in Gmail, and once again, it may appear slightly different in other email systems. Note that there is no individual identifying information in this message so that privacy is ensured and confidentiality is protected. Click on the reply icon to reply to the message. Enter the reply text and click Send. At that point, you will get a confirmation that the message was sent. Click Close to return to Messages. You can click on Sent in the list of folders on the left side to see the message in Sent Items. To do a new message, click Compose in the red block that you see on the left side of the screen. Note that Patient automatically shows the beneficiary. If a legal or designated representative is logged in on behalf of a beneficiary, both names will appear in the Patient drop-down box. Select Provider from the drop-down list. This screen displays when the provider is selected. Click on Yes, I understand to acknowledge that you do understand that this is not to be used for emergency purposes or where an immediate response is needed. Click Subject Type from this drop-down list. Enter the subject text and the message text, then click Send, and get a confirmation that that message was sent. Click on Sent Items and see that message in that folder. You can click, if desired, to change how messages are sorted from the standard date sequence. Click on the drop-down and select the appropriate alternate method. You can click on Archive to remove the message from this view if desired. Note that messages are never deleted from the Relay Health personal health record. Click on Providers to see this screen, which lists all provider organizations contributing to the beneficiary's personal health record. Click on Privacy Preferences to get to the next screen. The first setting identifies whether or not other providers can see that there is a relationship with this provider. The second setting identifies whether other providers can view medical history or other information from this provider. The default settings are Public and Public, which provides full access to the personal health record, including documents for all provider organizations contributing to the beneficiary's personal health record. Click to change the preference if desired. To add a relationship with another provider organization, click on Add Provider to get to the next screen. Enter the provider organization name and zip code, then click Search. Click Select when the appropriate provider organization is displayed. The added provider now shows in the list. Note that status is pending confirmation by the provider organization. Click on Health Records, then click on the desired section of Health Records to see that information. For example, click on Medications and Allergies to get to the next screen. This screen shows how medications and allergies appear. Click Add to enter new entries. All functionality in health records is available to beneficiaries and their representatives if desired. Click on the other section of health records to get similar views. Click Documents to get to the next screen. This is a list of sample documents. The first document shown, the DHS profile page, will be automatically loaded by the Department of Human Services. The other documents are samples of documents that can be added or uploaded by beneficiaries or their designated representatives. Click on View within the drop-down box to view a particular document. And once again, as noted previously, a beneficiary will have his or her own PHR account, and a legal or other designated representative for a beneficiary will have an account along with the beneficiary as a dependent on the representative's account. Click on the drop-down box to switch between documents for the representative, if any, and the beneficiary. In this example, the documents shown are all for the beneficiary. This is a sample of the new Department of Human Services profile page, which provides several pieces of information on a single document for the convenience of you as a legal representative and for the case manager and other staff that are providing long-term services and support. Click on the drop-down box to see the functions available for a document. For example, click Download to save a copy of the document to the beneficiary's computer. Documents can be sorted in ascending or descending order in different ways by clicking on the desired column header in the list. In this example, all documents were added or uploaded by the beneficiary as shown in source. Documents added by Department of Human Services and other private provider organizations are identified accordingly. To add or upload a document, click Add to get to the next screen. Then go through these steps. First, browse to locate the document on your local computer. Second, if desired, enter a date of service. Next, select the document type from the drop-down list. Optionally, enter comments, then click Save. At any point, you can view your health record by clicking on Print Health Records to view the entire record. This shows page 1 of 4 pages of the complete record. Click Print if desired for a printed copy. Note health considerations. In this example, living will and advance directive are both yes. In this scenario, it will be helpful if the beneficiary or designated representative also adds or uploads these actual documents that explain the details. To update personal information, including living will and advance directive, click on Health Records, then click Update Personal Information. Click on the desired section to add or edit information. Continuing our example, click on Health Considerations to update living will and or advance directive. Do not update name, address, zip code, date of birth, or gender, which is called administrative sex in the Relay Health Personal Health Record. If these items need to be changed, please contact your Otter Tail County case manager. Update health considerations below by selecting the appropriate buttons. Click on Account to get to the next screen. This screen provides the ability to update basic account information, including your password and security questions, as well as language preference. Click Edit and Update as needed. Do not update address or date of birth. Contact the Otter Tail County case manager if those items are changed. That concludes this training session.